Yeah. Thank you for taking a ride on the Freedom Train, your community resource podcast series. I'm your host, Joseph Ward, and riding with me today is Jamie Bashan. The Freedom Train is brought to you by PAX Inc. That's PACTSINC. And PAX Inc. is a black advocacy organization aimed at developing the black community to its maximum potential through a focus on education and economics with a trace of hard work, honesty, and integrity. For more information, make sure you visit www.pactsinc.org. And while you're on the website, make sure you click on the tab that says The Code. That way you can learn more about the 12 codes of conduct that PAX Inc. have created to help black America work more as a cohesive unit and to create mindsets and attitudes and cultural and social norms that are built toward black liberation. So make sure you check out PAX Inc. Also, while you're online, make sure you visit our website at www.freedomtrainradio.com. That way you can learn more about myself, Jamie, and Patrick, and listen to the playbacks of your favorite shows, learn more about your guests. Also be in the know on the new shows that we have coming up these upcoming weeks. So make sure you be in the loop. Follow us on Twitter at FreedomTrainNet. Follow us on Instagram at Freedom Train Network. Like our Freedom Train Facebook page. Subscribe to the Freedom Train on YouTube, and also subscribe to the Freedom Train on iTunes or Google Play Music. That way you get episodes coming directly to your phone, and you ain't got to go searching for them. Yeah. What up, Jamie?
What's happening, man? What we got?
Hey, man. Before we get into the show, as I mentioned, new upcoming show. So, if you don't mind, tell the folk about a new upcoming show that you're gonna be a part of. That's on the Freedom Train Network.
So what we getting together, man, we got Cognac Conversations coming down the pipe. We're working on that, and pretty much it's just a lot of things from two guys' perspective coming on. We just kicking game, kicking a little bit of shit too, and just talking with folks, man. That's the main thing. Starting conversations, getting different perspectives. You're gonna learn a little bit. You're gonna probably be mad at us a little bit. Going through different hot takes, talking about different hot topics, and just centering everything around one focal point on each show and just getting y'all feedback for the most part. And that's what's really driving the show is us talking and getting feedback and going with it for the next show. So tune in to that. That's coming out soon. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
An audio gentlemen's club and the Cognac Conversation. So make sure y'all stay on the lookout for that. I myself have a new show, a sports show called The Fix, which is sports from the black perspective. And it's not just about sports, it's sports, hip-hop, culture, life, politics, all the things that surround sports and that are involved within sports. And, I give my perspectives and my outlooks. And, so tune in. The first show is going to actually come out this Thursday, the 7th. That's when you get the first episode of The Fix. So make sure you tune in to the Freedom Train Network for that, hosted by myself, Joseph Ward. So, and Patrick has a show coming as well, a new show coming as well that he's going to be a part of. So I guess when he get back with us, we'll let him explain that to you. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get to what we talking about today, man. So we had a lot that go on since we last had a social discussion.
Man, too much has went on since we last had a social discussion. So let's get it off.
Yeah, amen. But, real quick, remember to go back to the Freedom Train website and check out our interviews surrounding mental health awareness. We had 3 great interviews and 1 great discussion. We even had a live discussion. We have the video on our website as well as the audio up. So make sure you go check that out. But I guess I want to start with, now people are taking down the statues of the Confederate so-called heroes.
All right.
Give me your takes on the sudden shift of focus to taking down statutes from protesting and wanting justice and equality and all those things there.
So I'll be honest. I really don't care if the statues stand or not. It really doesn't matter to me. And some people might agree and disagree with that, and that's fine. But to me, the taking down of a statue sometimes, to me, signifies what should be a regime change, an actual change in law, a change in a lot of different things. So just by simply taking down Robert E. Lee statues does not change the what we're facing in America and our justice system and this, that, and the other. From the surface, it might feel good, it's throwing us a little bone here and there. But does that really solve our problems with, police brutality, the problems in the justice system, whatever the case may be? It doesn't. It's one of those. It just, to me, it really, when you look at it, it doesn't mean much. It might mean something in the moment, and we have a habit of getting caught up in those flash moments of caring about stuff we really don't really care about. But I think if you're going to remove all these statues, what laws are following up all these statues and all these things being removed? Because if the laws don't shift and the other things don't follow the removal of these statues, then pretty much you just got a downtown with no monument in it, and the same stuff is going to go on. So I get it. I really do. I get the, the emotion behind it. We shouldn't have statues up to a bunch of losers, and that's what the Confederacy is. It's not a culture. It's not a way of life. And if you feel it's like the Confederacy is a culture or a way of life, then you're just on the wrong side of history. You're a loser. You're a damn a traitor. That's what the Confederacy represented. Death, murder, genocide, all those horrible things. So, hate to say it, but if you're listening to this and you're one of those Confederate-loving people, your great-granddad or whoever the case may be, they were just on the wrong side of history. You don't see in Germany, only people that support the Nazi flag are extremists, people that are part of hate groups, or this, and that. Other. Germany as itself does not embrace anything that had to do with the Hitler era. So I get why everybody's up in arms about it, but I really don't care. But because just removing those statues doesn't change what we're facing in America.
Man, those statutes are once again moral victories.
Fact.
And moral victories don't show up in the win and loss column. And you can say we've learned a lot from this game or from this victory, but that's all still rhetoric. There's no fact behind that. So the taking down like you said, taking down the statues without a total regime change don't mean nothing. It's the same thing as that lady climbing that pole to take down the Confederate flag. It didn't help nothing. It didn't change anything. We were still dying. Black people are still dying. So, like in this city, in this town, Tallahassee, Florida, I've been living here all my life. Never knew it was. Did you know it's a Confederate statue in front of the old Capitol? You used to live here.
Yeah,
you know that?
I did not.
So our opportunist, soft-ass mayor decided to jump on this opportunity to propose to take down this Confederate statue that nobody really knew was there. Instead of using that money to actually fix the size of town and to invest money into the size of town that needed not gentrification, but true revitalization. Because in this city, what they call revitalization is really gentrification. So let me tell you one of the tricks that happened. So one of the politicians, they gave him money, $10 million to fix the south side. So when you get into town and you look, the way the city is divided, anything south of Tennessee Street is the south side. So they fixed more of the business districts and built up more of the business districts of the south side rather than the actual neighborhoods. So it's rhetoric, word play, trickery, all these things here. But the money that they're going to use to tear down these statues in these various cities could be used to build up these poor communities.
Absolutely.
To invest in these poor communities. But they're wasting time, and not opportunist ass soft ass mayor who trying to be an opportunist ass soft ass governor trying to jump on that.
Yo,
right?
You go catch hell calling because everybody thinks Gilliam is
man.
like
Look,
coming.
Look, man.
Fucking, I'm just saying. A lot of people love that guy. They can't justify it, but I've heard a lot of people.
They can't tell me. Look, it ain't just him, but he's the one trying to be at the forefront of this statute thing. But in this city specifically, we've had 2 black mayors in the south side and the north side. The specific towns where the black people live are getting worse.
That's a fact.
So I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear. You can sit there and argue about what all you want. You can like who you want to like, but don't be trying to tell me I'm wrong when I'm in these neighborhoods on a regular basis, and I can see that getting worse. Like I'm in Joe Louis. I'm in Griffin Heights the other day, Basin Street, and I'm talking to a dude in the neighborhood. He's telling me how the Board of Education shut down the community center in the neighborhood.
Damn.
So, I mean, don't sit here and try to give me no bull about these mayors and these politicians, especially these people who are wasting money on bringing down statutes who don't mean nothing. Once you put that money into doing something real, like they got these mentorship programs, but the kids who need these mentorship programs not getting mentored.
And another part to that, taking down the statue, to me, honestly, leave it up. Who cares? Like you said, that's a wasted resource of money. And plus, if you're actually teaching your kids about history, you could point to that statue and say, this is the wrong thing. This is it. And a lot of the people that are opponents to taking down the statue, that's the thing. They're like, oh, you can't erase history, this, that, and the other. Leave it up. Let people see the how America was built. America wasn't built off loving and caring and stuff like that. America was built off slavery, racism, hatred, and all that good stuff. That's why America has accumulated so much wealth as a nation. So to me, those statues, yeah, well, they might create some an emotion in you, but you could use that as a teaching opportunity. And to me, it is, if you look how they teach history right now, you know what I'm saying, whether you remove the statues or not, kids still going to believe the Civil War was just some nice and polite thing. That's how they're trying to make it out to be, not so much about, you know, what the Confederacy was truly about, what they were trying to preserve. So who gives a shit?
I mean, it's just, you know, it's once again a waste of time, a waste of energy, a waste of resources, things that could be poured back into the actual community to help the community get better, rather than trying to get these moral victories and just trying to get more fanatical black people on your side.
It's fake caring.
I don't get it.
It's fake caring. That's all it is. People, you know, and we got to stop. And we had a show about that before where people got to stop going with the flow of Twitter, black Twitter, quote unquote, or soul trolls, and just jumping on these bandwagons and really not understanding what the means is. If the means is just taking down the statue, okay, who cares? But if the means is we're going to change some laws, we're going to do this, X, Y, and Z, where we can actually change the system of which we're being oppressed in, then I can get behind that. But if it's just taking down a statue, man, I don't give a damn. That has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Like, stop it.
Yeah, that's not going to stop white supremacy.
It's not. It's not. But one thing to this is it's bringing a lot of people to the forefront that, you know, why are you protecting these statues, this, that, and other. So I get that part. It might flush out people we need to keep a side eye on, but at the end of the day, to me, it's really not that big of a deal whether the statues stand or not. They're losers. Let's just call them what they are. They're losers.
But it's such a waste of time, and it's such a distraction for us in our community to actually be clearly worried about pulling down some statues when we have bigger fish to fry. Like, they're actually killing us, and y'all worried about pulling down statues. How about motherfucker, we trying to stay alive?
Yes, damn the statue. Statue ain't killing nobody. That joker's sitting wherever it's at. It's the people that's out there that are actually running these systems, that actually have power over your life, that we need to be concerned about.
And let's also focus on, you know, building, organizing, liberation. Like these things, like actually building something independent and for ourselves, and being able to protect ourselves and gaining our independence. Because we forget about that aspect of being able to protect ourselves once we get off the grid, so to speak, and all just doing all these other things. So you still have to be able to protect yourself, because remind the people that white supremacy is global and it's layered. It's not just one thing. You can't just see it one way. You can't just think about it one way. Like I did the video earlier today that I'm going to post on YouTube today about the psychology of white supremacy and racism. Like, people got to understand the psychology of the people that we're dealing with. Y'all taking down statutes, but these savage, like, two things you're doing. You're inciting these savages. We're taking down these statutes, and we're not really ready for them problems. And you are distracting yourself from the original purpose of being able to protect yourself and liberate yourself. Like, these people have studied us and studied us and studied us. The field of psychology was created so they can actually do more study on the black people. Like these medical fields, like a lot of these medical fields were created off of the inhumane studies of black people. Like, they were lab rats. So I mean, we got to be able to really look at the stuff that we're looking at. I mean, that we're dealing with, and not just keep going for these moral victories, not keep saying, well, this is better than nothing. No, but you're still getting nothing with that. Like, what are we gaining? Like, 15 years from now, if we're still talking about the same issues, who the hell cares that a statue? Like, think about it. Civil rights laws were passed, and we still have the same issues that we had back in those days. The only difference is white progress is more apparent and abundant now than it has ever been. Right. And what we call black progress is white progress.
And just to that point, man, like you said, racism, the system of white supremacy in which we live in America, taking down the statues just point blank isn't going to change that. And it is a distraction, and that's why it's important that we understand the codes of conduct that we need to have. Let them keep their statues. If we don't own our own community, what the hell we care about a statue on the other side of town about? You know, if we don't control the business, the economics in our own communities, we shouldn't even be concerning ourselves issues too much of a difference. So to me, it's just like stop fake caring about flash issues to which y'all gonna care about for a hot 2 weeks. Then after a while, it's just gonna dissipate, and all that energy that could be put into something that actually helps the situation, changes the environment, just goes to waste. That's all it is.
Straight up.
But I don't know, man. Keep the damn statues. Spray paint on them. Who gives a damn? Like, I don't care. I really, like, I hate, like, when people, I've been asked this, like, what do you think about, I really don't care. Like, that does not affect me. Don't go downtown and see the damn statue, number one. Number two, focus on what we can control at this point. Focus on what you can do every day on a day-to-day basis, and focus on that. Stop worrying about the statue. That's to me, that's just a little small, throw you a bone, I feel good about myself, moral victories, like you said before. That's it.
Man, look at her. Hey, I'm about to do a shameless plug, and I don't care. My book is available. www.ontheshoulders1.com. On the Shoulders of Giants, Volume 2, Central America. It's available. So make sure you get your copy. It's available in Kindle. It's available on audiobook, and it's available in print. If you want the print, you visit my website, www.ontheshoulders1.com, and that way you can get you a book. Or you can visit my nonprofit site, www.ontheshoulders.org. You can get you a book. You can get you a shirt. Got On the Shoulders of Giant shirt. So I just want to say, let y'all know, yep, I did it. So what?
Hey, man, please go support the book. And also, while we're talking about books, if people really want to understand, it's two things you mentioned earlier, Joe. Books, that's number one, and psychology. If you really want to understand the psychology of racism, white supremacy, whatever the case may be, the ISIS Letters by Dr. Franz Cress Welsing is a great book to help you understand, because racism isn't just about I don't like you because you're simply black and we don't like black, this, that, and other. There's a whole history, psychology, where they studied us, they understand us, and based on the genetics and other types of things is reason why there's racism and why it exists and why it will continue to exist. So people, stop falling for the little okie doke. Actually educate yourselves. Get Joe's book. Get all these books and arm yourself with that knowledge.
Also study Dr. Amos Wilson. Study him. Like, I mean, like you just said, racism and prejudice don't have nothing to do with white people not liking black people. It's white people saw a weakness and exploited the weakness. They saw black people as weak and less than human and knew they had the superiority and the vastness to exploit them, and that's what they did. It had nothing to do with like and dislike.
Yeah, like the genetics parts of it, I never really understand until I actually started studying and understanding how genetics played a role in racism and all that kind of stuff. Because you listen to, even when it happened in Charlottesville, you actually listen to what those guys were saying. They're afraid they're going to be wiped off the planet. They're going to be wiped off their own land, blood and soil and all that kind of stuff. A lot of it, they fear, black people.
Look,
go ahead.
But see, that's why you got to study white people. Dr. John Henry Clark told you to study white people. Study white history. Also, start listening to these outlets. White people feed each other that rhetoric. They feed each other the rhetoric that black people want to kill them. They tell each other that black people want to destroy them. They tell each other that black people are out to hunt them and take over and take all the resources and take all the jobs and take all these things. They tell each other that. That's why when you hear a white boy saying these things, you like, man, where they get this from? Like, that don't happen. And yeah, it sounds stupid, but that's what they tell themselves because that's a part of the fear of genetic annihilation. That's their so-called survival methods. That's what they do. That's the mode that they are in. So we got to understand what we're dealing with when it comes to white supremacy and the people that we're dealing with, and they are willing to do any and everything to destroy us. So we got to stop trying to It's like you treating a full-grown lion like it's a puppet. You trying to pet it, and when it bites you, you're mad and you don't understand. Like, stop that. Like, it's not. This is like black people's one of our biggest problems is we are trying to treat people who are not humane in the humane way.
Right.
White supremacists are not humane. White supremacists are not rational. You're not going to drive out hate with love. Like, show me one nation of people who got true independence from another people who was violently aggressive to them, and they defeated those people with love. Show me that in real life. Show it to me. Like, they got true independence.
And that's and with that, just to kind of to wrap that all up, that's why people really got to study, man, to understand these different concepts, because it's not about being angry and just getting involved in emotional arguments like statues. That's really a distraction. If you really start studying and understanding what our elders have been saying to us, you will start, okay, now I need to go about my life X, Y, and Z, taking care of this X, Y, and Z, instead of just getting mad at every little flash issue. And I remember when I first came into it, everything, you're real sensitive, but once you really start getting into that knowledge and understanding what's going on around there, you can kind of separate things and understand it, and from that, you know how to react to different situations. Who gives a fuck about a statue? Right. Fuck your statue. That's my thing. I ain't got a statue, so fuck it. I just said fucking like 5 times, but
yeah, you did.
My bad.
Yeah. You need to expand your vocabulary, mister.
Yeah. People that say people that curse that they're not intelligent, that's fuck shit. I just curse because I don't feel like saying a bunch of fucking words to describe what I'm feeling.
I curse because I like it. I like curse.
I'm sorry. Beat me out when you edit this, Joe. Damn.
Hey man, look. My vocabulary is pretty extensive, and I just like to curse. But moving on from talking about the statutes to, we got too many people trying to be remembered and trying to be heroes in our community. And that has to stop.
Yes.
The motivation behind your activism can't be that you want to be remembered. That's bullshit. Nobody wants to remember you just because you want to be remembered. Like, stop trying to be famous off the struggle. Just do the work that needs to be done and move on. You don't have to try to post pictures. Like, if you're the person out there that's trying to help people and you have to post pictures of like come borrow $20 from me and can't pay your $20 back, and I got to help you in this and help you that. Let me film you. Let me film myself helping you. You're not gonna like that. So stop trying to win the Humanitarian of the Year award and just help people.
So here's a lot of things, man. It's a lot of people becoming celebrities off, what we're dealing with. I ain't gonna say names because that's tacky, but you know who they are. They all on, Instagram. One minute they advocating for, black people need this. The next thing you know, they selling T-shirts or modeling, whatever the case may be. That's kind of corny. I like when people show what they're doing in the community, but you can also tell somebody's motivation about how they go about it. So if you're one of those people, you just hand $2 to a damn somebody on the street who you feel is struggling and got to take a picture of it, you giving back, that ain't doing nothing. To the real people that are out there that are, doing positive things, when they come out in the public like, hey guys, this is what I'm doing, it's just to the simple fact if they're trying to bring more people and motivate those people to help them in their efforts. I have no issue with that. So like all the people right now, everybody's aware of what's going on in Houston right now. A lot of people don't understand how severe that situation is. The fallout really hasn't happened yet because a lot of families are going back and seeing that they have nothing to go back to. Their job is gone, X, Y, and Z. So in the coming weeks, we're going to really see the fallout of Hurricane Harvey. So what you have people who, celebrities, let's be honest, celebrities, going around, playing big bank, little bank. I challenge you to put this money up. That's corny. That's corny. At the end of the day, you ain't got to put it on social media to this, that, and the other. And secondly, if you're really trying to help the people, once you start something up versus just giving it to Red Cross. And let's be honest, Kevin Hart did the whole challenge where he's challenged celebrities, this, that, and the other. Don't try to, get in the spotlight because, people are hurting right now. And I know
that's that bullshit.
Exactly. And my thing is, it's like, okay, you challenge everybody, but half these people you're challenging, you got their phone number, you got their contact. Once you get together, get some boots on the ground, get some people together, and you go do that. To me, donating to the Red Cross, like, I was going to donate to the Red Cross. Well, when Haiti happened, the earthquakes in Haiti, I donated to the Red Cross. Then all that fallout happened to where they weren't accountable for all the money. And since then, I was like, I'm not donating to Red Cross, all those people who take money. What I wanted to do is, and now I'm at an age and a maturity level where I can actually help people, I'm going to start someone I can actually help them. If you got the means and the resources, there's no reason for you not to be able to put boots on the ground and go out and help people. To me, the easy part is just donating your money, Salvation Army, and hoping to help somebody when you don't even really know where your money's going. So to me, that was a very opportunistic thing he did by challenging everybody. That shit was cool.
Well, hold on. Don't get too deep into that, because that's going to be our next topic, talking about Hurricane Harvey. No, you good. That's a good teaser. But we can't talk about just the fact that people are caping.
Oh, yeah.
And people are trying hard to be remembered. They're trying, like they would never, ever be another Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Frederick Douglass, Medgar Evers.
Absolutely not.
None of our heroes, they're not coming back. You don't, like, Marcus Garvey was not trying to be remembered. He was trying to be effective. Exactly. Malcolm X wasn't trying to be remembered. He was trying to be effective. Like, these guys didn't set out to be remembered. It just so happened because of their actions, just based off of their passion, they just so happened to be remembered by the historians. But history would never remember a person. Well, I take that back. history will remember people who are obsessed with history, but those people had the means and the resources to be obsessed.